膝くらいはつかせるつもりでいたのですが、甘かったですね。
You surely underestimated my power.
確かアゼムと手合わせした時もそうでした。あなたといい彼女といい、私の半分も生きていないのにたくましいこと。でもあなたの冒険がそれだけ言葉で語ってくれたのよりもずっと困難の連続だったということでしょう。お互いに実りの多い旅をしてきたようですね。
And doing so, did I earn the trust Argos now? It appears so.
あら、あなたを乗せてくれる気になったのかしら。よかったですね。その子、一度懐いた相手のことは忘れませんよ。
Okay, Argus. Appears you like me now, so let's be friendly together. Man and his best friend. Argus will soon have us standing on the very spot where a meteor made their departure into the night sky. With luck, we will learn something of Hermes' intentions. My hope is that we'll find no connection, no festering wish for oblivion. Then we might have Hermes and his considerable expertise work for us, rather than against us. Hopefully. And the next one... a flower upon your return. Let's move over to the edge before mounting, shall we? That will allow Argus to catch the current rising up from below and give us the smooth ride over the isle. I really can't wait to get this amount. I wonder when you actually get it. Because it's kind of similar in, I'm thinking of in Stormblood, where you get the bird mount because you have to use it to get to your destination in... I can't remember the capital in Doma. I think it was like Doma Castle? I think that was the one? It's one or the other, because it's one of the few mounts you get as you progress in the story. Kind of like in Heavensward, you get the dragon mount because... I forgot the reason how you got that. I think it's like once you beat Heavensward, you get it as like a clearing the story. So I'm assuming if that is the case, it might be the similar fate for Argus here, that you have to beat the main story, the main quest for Endwalker to get Argus amount. So maybe that is the case, or it could be relating to a special fate that you have to do to get like a certain amount of tokens to cash in to get him. I don't know. We'll see as we progress in the story. Argus motioned to his back with a muzz. You're given the go-ahead to hop on. Ride on his back? Yes. Man, I can't wait to get this amount. And ooh, my block of horn glue got sold. Looks like I'm gonna be cashing in more of those things when I finish this recording session. Now, what was that? Now, what was the name of that tree? Nero something? Or Nepertoian? Quite a striking specimen, is it not? I guess? Brace yourself for a landing. It won't be. I wouldn't want you troubling off at the last moment. Well, here at the island.
小さな島ですね。これといって特別な機材もない。仕方がありません。過去が見られるか試してみましょう。やったことはありますか？
Not really quite. Well, I had talked to you once in a while in my head, but not like having an actual conversation face to face like this. But when we did see you briefly in going to Old Charlian, but not like this.
あるけれど自在に操れるわけではないと。でしたら私が補助しましょう。もう少し近くへ。私のすぐ前に立ってください。過去を見るには大まかに2つの手段があります。一つは当人がその記憶を想起している時に心の壁を越えて伺い見る方法。もう一つが場のエーテルに刻まれた記憶を読み解くという方法です。魂に記憶が刻まれていくように世界に満ちるエーテルにだって歴史は刻まれていくのです。もっともそういったものは消えやすいので必ず読み取れるとは限りませんが、ともかくやってみましょう。さあ、目を閉じて。
Alright, I'll close my eyes.
いずれの個体にも損傷はなし、順調にそれぞれが目的とする星に向けて飛んでいます。およそ108サイクル後、すべての調査を終え、報告を送信する予定です。
108 cycles. Good lord, that's a long ass time.
今回の伝達事項は以上。共有意識への接続を終了し、自我を復旧します。だって、ヘルメス、順調。よかったね。
本当によかった。ここまで失敗の連続だったからな。宇宙は常に予想を上回ってくる。人は未だ真理をつかんでなどいないのだと痛感させられた。
でも私たちみんなで試行錯誤いっぱいした。だから調査ちゃんと終わる。
そうだな。君たちの頑張りのおかげだ。
どんな答え返ってくるかな。生きる理由、命の意味、なんだろうね。
Depending to be bad or good.
この中にはアーテリスよりずっと進んでいる星もまだまだ原始的な星もあるだろう。築いてきた文化は違うだろうし、それどころか形状すら異なる知的生命がいるかもしれない。だとしたらきっとこの星で信じられているのとは全く別の命の捉え方をしているのではないかと思う。
全く別のはどんな？
想像もつかないな。けれどどんな答えが届いたとしても頭ごなしに否定したりせず、 考えていきたい。みんなに伝えて弁論してもらうのもいいだろう。その先で人だけじゃない一つでも多くの命が幸せを知れたらいいと思うんだ。
Man, I really like Hermes now compared how he became Vendanio in our time. He's more hopeful for things. I wonder what changed him back then.
メイティオン、自分は君に飛び方を教えたが、歩き方は生命としての生き方は到底教えられなかった。しかし長い長い旅の果てに君はきっとそれを知る誰かに出会うだろう。そうして答えを得て再びここへ帰ってきた時には君を大いにたたえねぎらおう。
Question: How much of a lifespan is Mitra's grace is? Since I don't know what they call him high Enthykeia, or not high Enthykeia, so I'm not sure how long their lifespan is.
砂糖ドバドバのリンゴで
君は食べられないじゃないか。何か形にした方がいいのならそうだな。花を
Flower.
いつかこの旅をやり遂げた君に心から花を贈ろう。
It doesn't just mean it's very foreboding, but it's very nice that they're having a nice moment there. Like, you promised to give her a flower, but I'm pretty sure that never happened.
あなたはどう思いますか？
Well, Hermes wouldn't wish for the final days. Hermes the gentle, and yet I couldn't say just by this moment alone. Hermes is a gentle soul, and yet
そうですね。優しくとも彼の計画が望み通りの形で進むかどうかはまた別の話でしょう。何か意図しない事故や見落としがあって終末につながる要因を作ってしまう可能性も十分にある。
it could be simply an accident, but granted, we don't know much of his current change to how Vandana is now, so it has to be something that is very dramatic to shift his personality in a very dark way.
そこで次の手を提案させてください。ヘルメスにもあなたの真実を、終末のことを話してみるのはどうでしょうか。
Is that a wise course of action? Because if I do mention this to him, I don't know how he will react, honestly.
本人に最悪を望む意志がないのであれば、それを阻止すべく知恵や力を貸してくれるかもしれません。
Well, it is true, we could divulge this information to him, but again, I don't know if it's just the right thing to do to say it, but again, if we do mention this to him, he might find a better solution to prevent himself from becoming what Vandana is.
それでは急いで彼を探さなければいけませんね。ひとまず元の島まで戻るとしましょう。
Well, yeah, we wouldn't want a pure soul be blackened by tragedy. Alright, stop with Vanette again. There are a number of places where hers might be in lips. But we could do worse than to look in Critias Haberia, the largest facility. It stands in Etelostolok Boras in the Northern Isle. I wonder, Torius, for an institution which claims to studious research every species destined to release into the world, did you not question how they find room for them in all the few islands? The answer lies with Critias himself. It touched upon the practice before back in the archives, where a vast area is stitched together out of multiple concept places. The same holds true for the interior of this facility, and its magically constructive envisions. This is where those sprawling habitats that the chief overseer and most of the elites observers conduct the bulk of their work. Come, the simplest route is via Neos, north of Pietuent Icarus. Alright. Oh, there's a agent current right over here. Might as well pick this up while we still see it. Speaking of agent current, I need to start gobbling up all the agent current after I finish the dungeon, so I can actually fly in this area. We need to go all the way up there. Alright. And so many quest markers for my other jobs to get EXP from. It's just me that thing is a lot bigger than it's supposed to be. There's like the mommy, daddy, and child variant. Alright, here we are. The passage to Etelos Boros. This appears to be the teleporter Vanette told you about. Most of the light yet hang in the air, suggesting the device was but recently activated. Alright, let's go. Ah, good! The newest acknowledged you as my guest. You should now have the authority to use it as you wish. As for the way to Critias Haberia, we follow this path and turn left at the crossroad. Alright. Go! A lot of behemoths around. Level 87. And it aggroed me. That should be fine. We'll lose aggro in a while. Here we are, the grandest research facility in Ellipse. We should head inside and ask after Hermes' whereabouts. Hermes is in another facility, as we just discovered. Oh, hi, Emmet. Hi, Hydratus. Furthermore, we confirmed that he studied into Deminis as well as his creation on Meteor. Were entirely private pursuits. No one else we spoke who appears to possess the chief's depth of knowledge on the subject, and neither did we hear any tales of stolen research. Which means that if Hermes himself harbors no desire to bring down an apocalypse, then he might be recruiting to help prevent one. Or so Sibit the legend itself. A According to your story, the 14 delivered the connection between the celestial currents and the final days, but were never able to pinpoint the root cause of the calamity. With your people's greatest minds, not to mention Hydeathl's sharp eye, committed to the pursuit of a solution, such an outcome seems inconceivable. The only possible explanation is if the nature of the crystal was so inexplicable that even we fail to perceive it. And what better fit that description than the invincible, intangible Denivis? Which in turn leads us to our next question. How did Hermes, in his role as Fandanio, not recognize the subject of his own research? We must assume that he neither knew and was unable to help, or that he was otherwise prevented from identifying the cause in the first place. At this juncture, what we can only do is speculate. To be clear, the conviction does not tolerate acts of deception or malice. We are practiced at receiving the truth, and would have known that Vendana lied to us. To be clear, the conviction does not tolerate the act of deception or malice. We are practiced at perceiving truth, and would have known had Vendana lied to us. Hermes has no conscious wish for the world to end. Of that, I am certain. It would seem there is more to the tale after all. Indeed. We conducted an investigation of our own, you see. How comforting would seem to have reached the exact same conclusion. I see no reason to delay further. This is time we brought Hermes into the fold, as it were. Thank you for your understanding, MXL. Save your thanks. I did not say I believe your ridiculous story. But as MXL, I have a duty to examine any potential threat to our existence, no matter how ludicrous or personally offensive I might find it. Alright. At least he's like listening more to our story at this point. He's not being like a jackass. It's like, hey, I find this completely absurd that I deny your existence about this. Hunger in the garden. So I'm just gonna check how many more quests until I get the dungeon. The hunger in the garden. So basically 3 more quests until I unlock it. Sweet. I think the time for our leisurely exploration is past. If I might have a moment to adjust my vision. There he is, on the next aisle over. Mitchell is with him. Hermes appears to be in the midst of an observation study, but I suggest we must hurry over before they venture elsewhere. Head straight down the path, and we can teleport to Misopos Eros on the device at the bottom of the slope. Alright. Onward to the next destination. This is a nice place. I really love the trees here, man. If ever, I wish we could get the housing place something like around here. This is like would be a good land property you could have around here. They are close by, within the Hungering Gardens. That will be the circular enclosure you see just up ahead. Well then, Taurus, make yourself useful and bring Hermes out here to us. If we were to go, he would assume I was there to press him on the Fandango matter. Of all of us present, you stand at the best chance at convincing him to put aside his work for the moment. But the creation indeed are not exactly... Then again, perhaps Arcturus can handle them. She did survive a bout with Venat after all. A bout, I mean. Off you go to find Hermes, but do prepare to calm the blow with the Guardian's denizens. Okay, don't worry about me, I can take care of myself. Thank you guys for watching my recording session for Fantasy XIV Endwalker's main MSQ. And if you have any comments, put them down below the video as well. And if you like this video, please click the like button. It's very much appreciated. If you are curious on whatever I upload on my YouTube channel, you can give it a look. And if you're curious on getting in touch on what I upload, you can subscribe and don't forget to click the bell icon. And of course, I have projects that are going on my channel, which is right now Fantasy XIV Raid, Trial, MSQ Broadcast, Job Views, Minions, Mounts, anything related to Fantasy XIV. Secondly, which will be Freight Grand Order, Lost Bill 4, 5, the events, the challenge quests, and anything that are related to Fate Grand Order. And lastly, which will be Persona 5, the Royal. Whenever the existence of actually starting to record that again will be in the near future. This has been Ravensleep45. Take care, stay safe, and have a pleasant Final Fantasy XIV day.